right, good morning everybody, and welcome to the PrairieFood plant here in Pratt, Kansas, USA. Thank you all for being here. Let's give everybody a round of applause. With Great Plains Regeneration, and myself, along with my team and Soil Regen and PrairieFood, have been tasked with the event planning for the next 2 days, and it is my pleasure and my honor to introduce you to PrairieFood. So in order to do that, I am bringing forth John Keller with the Pratt County Chamber, and he is going to present a little plaque here for PrairieFood. So thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Our Annie Uphoff is our Chamber of Commerce president. She couldn't be here today, so I'm stepping in for her. I know she misses it. And I'll make this brief on behalf of everyone at the Pratt Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, PrairieFood. We're glad you're here. We hope this is a long and prosperous move here for you in Pratt. And you don't need to hear anything else from me. We have Jeff Roscoe, the president of PrairieFood. Please put this somewhere where everyone can see it and it won't be damaged, Jeff.
Good morning, welcome everybody. I'm Gary Mason, the CEO of ISI Environmental, and we wanted to take a minute to recognize a handful of people in the audience today. We have some individuals that have taken their time out to show up from our federal delegation. From Senator Moran's office, we have Tyler York. There's Tyler, thank you. From Senator Marshall's office, we have David Shem, and many of you may know him from his USDA role. From Congressman Estes' office of the 4th District here is Roger Erickson, a good friend of mine. There's Roger. And from Congressman Tracy Mann's office, we have Reed Petty, who was also a former state rep. Reed. From the State House, we have Representative Ken Rogers out of Phillipsburg, and he's the chair of the House Ag Committee. Later this afternoon, Brett Fairchild, the state rep for Pratt, will be here, but he couldn't be with us this morning, had some other obligations. At the county level, we have District 1 Tom Jones. Did your cohorts show up? Are they here, Dwight?
I haven't seen them.
Okay, Rick, okay. We also have city officials here, Vice Mayor Don Peters. Councilmember Zach Deeds. We have Councilmember Jeanette Siemens. And City Manager Bruce Pinkel. Thanks all of you for coming today, and look forward to a meeting with you later today.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Roskam. I'm president of PrairieFood. Welcome here. We're happy to have everybody here, and just thank you for being here so much and being encouraging us along the way. I'm going to be introducing our CEO and founder, Robert K. Harrington, in a moment here. But I just wanted to say that this road that Robert and Griffin and others have been on is not a new road. The saying that comes to mind is ad astra. It's to the stars through difficulty. There have been a lot of roads that have been involved to develop a product that we are now marketing today. And being from Kansas, you're all very aware of the Dust Bowl days and things of the farming methods that didn't work very well. Today, we're here to start a new page and a new journey for rebuilding soil and through soil health and soil management practices. It's not new. We're here to help and move that along. So I'd like to introduce our visionary and our impassioned founder, Robert K. Harrington.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so happy at the turnout. As Jeff has said, this for me has been a 12-year journey full time to get to this point, and this is my 8th startup company. So the others were a little shorter; they only took 3 to 5 years. This overnight success only has taken 12 years, so we appreciate that. It's been quite a journey, but it's a journey well worthwhile. And a lot of people have asked me, you know, what do you guys actually do that's different about farming and agriculture? And what we do is we're going back to Mother Nature. And we've lost in the last 120 years the methods Mother Nature has used to grow her crops. And we've begun to rely on synthetics and other types of additives to the market and to the crops in order to grow them. And what we've done is we've reduced the amount of carbon in the soil dramatically. Lewis and Clark, when they surveyed the Louisiana Purchase, came across, and the soil SOM in the grasslands was somewhere between 10 and 15% SOM. The average soil today in the state of Kansas is 1.5. And what that means is we've lost all that carbon that was in the soil that was so the microbiome working so hard to grow the plants is gone, and we tried to circumvent Mother Nature by feeding the plants directly with nitrogen and other supplements. And what we found over time is we keep reducing the amount of carbon in the soil, and we keep adding more and more nutrients to try to keep the yields up. And it's turned into a vicious cycle. And now we're to the point where we have an opportunity to make a change. And PrairieFood's invention and the ability to shred waste biomass and turn it back into pure carbon, which we have patents around, which has really been developed by my co-founder, where is it, Dr. Griffin Roberts, is the one who came up with this idea on how to shred these carbons. And to give you an example of what that means, imagine I'm holding up a leaf. Okay, I asked for a leaf, but there wasn't any trees. So you have to imagine I have a leaf up there. Oh, that one, exactly. We'll use that one. And imagine I'm holding up a leaf, and what I like to do is ask, how old's this leaf? And people look at it and go, well, it's starting to turn color a little bit. It must be 7 months old. It's about ready to fall off the tree. And I said, yeah, that's about right. It's about 7 months old. And what's it made of? Oh, well, there's carbon in it. Yeah, there's carbon, there's nitrogen, there's phosphorus, there's sulfur. There's all these things in this leaf. I said, and how old is this leaf again? And they go, well, what do you mean? I said, well, how old are those carbon molecules in the leaf? Well, they're about 6 or 7 months old. No. They're 5 billion years old. And that's when the light bulb begins to go off. When God blessed us and made this planet, he did it with did it with a fixed amount of molecules and a fixed amount of elements. We don't add new ones, and we don't get rid of the old ones. They recycle. And Mother Nature recycles this carbon. So when this leaf falls off the tree, it goes into the soil, it's eaten by a mole or a microbe. It goes underground as organic matter. It gets pushed by the tectonic plates underneath the ocean. It gets compressed, and it turns into organically bound carbon. And then we drill a hole down and pump it out, put it in a car, and spew out our carbon out of our car. And the question is, how long does it take? And how many cycles has this leaf been through? And the answer has been through 11 cycles. It's 300 million years. And the problem we're experiencing today in this linearization of the economy and having shortages is not because there are not enough molecules, it's because they're not in the right place. So if you can imagine a map with lines going all over it, where do I get my phosphorus now to put on my field in Kansas? Oh, it comes from Morocco. Oh, well, where do I get my sulfur? Oh, it comes from Canada. Well, where do I get it comes from so-so. Well, what if you could take the residue off of your crop after you're done, run it through a process, and break it down instead of 300 million years in 1 second, and put it right back on the field without having to go around the world to pick up all of these elements? Would that be cost effective? And what if it was in the same form that Mother Nature wanted? What if it was organically bound to the nitrogen, to the phosphorus, so it no longer volatilizes into the atmosphere, and it no longer runs off in the water? We get rid of the algae blooms, we get rid of the dead spot, we lower the CO2 in the atmosphere, all at the same time, and guess what? We do it at less cost than synthetic fertilizers. And that's what PrairieFood is all about. And our mission is to make the world a better place by being a 3P company. We care about the people, number one, all of you. The people that work for us, the farmers that do the work, the distribution channel, we care about everybody. They need to be treated equally. We can't treat them differently. We care about the planet. We want to make sure that we're taking care of her so our children and their grandchildren have a place that's clean and nutritious food by being able to eat products grown by our ag community that are healthy. And number three, we care about profit. We don't want subsidies to go do this. We want to do this on our own and share the wealth with the planet. And that's our goal and objective. And that's why we're here today. We're so pleased at the turnout in Pratt. Thank you all for coming. This is a big day for me. 12 years in the making, and I appreciate it. Thank you. It was that NASCAR wreck that killed me.
All right, we're going to bring members of the chamber up here, and we will string out the ceremonial ribbon. Who did we charge with the big scissors? Was that, hopefully that wasn't, oh, are you the scissor cutter?
Well, let's have someone important cut.
All right, so let's have PrairieFood.
Griffin, let's have Griffin cut it. Griffin and David.
It's a team effort. We need the whole PrairieFood team up here.